Welcome to the Iraqi Dinar Hub, your go-to source for IQD, VND, and ZIM updates. The global IQD community has reached a pivotal moment. Years of anticipation, quiet study, and strategic positioning have led us to this point. As of July 2025, the Iraqi dinar is now trading live on international forex platforms. Gone are the days of off-market transactions and speculative chatter. The IQD is no longer hidden in rumor circles. It is now active, visible, and verified on the world's largest currency exchanges. Financial platforms, institutional trackers, and trading networks now confirm real-time IQD market activity. This marks the end of obscurity and the beginning of a transparent trading era. For seasoned holders, it's validation. For newcomers, it's proof. Iraq's journey from instability to market presence has become a reality. And this moment is not just symbolic, it's structural. IQD's debut on Live Forex is a signal of global trust in Iraq's reform. The change is here, and the journey forward has now entered a new phase. So what does it really mean when the IQD starts trading live next to global majors like the dollar, euro, and yen? This is more than a cosmetic upgrade, it's structural integration. IQD has officially transitioned from being a fringe speculative play to an asset of international recognition. This development comes with full transactional capability. That means traders, banks, and institutions can now execute, settle, and analyze IQD in real time. This is not a simulation, this is live movement, full transparency. Years of back-end reform made this possible. Compliance systems, audit readiness, and global interoperability. Iraq's financial backbone has been upgraded to meet the standards of institutional traders. And that brings a new era of price discovery. With each trade, we now see how the market truly values the dinar. More importantly, this milestone paves the way for the next phase: rate alignment. A formal revaluation can only happen after full live visibility. With that now active, we've moved out of theory. The architecture is in place. The momentum is real. Make no mistake, what we are seeing now is step one of a much larger plan. The live forex trading of IQD is the gateway to a broader revaluation framework. Think of this like a rocket launch. Stage one is ignition: visibility, liquidity, integration. Stage two is trajectory and official public rate announcement from the Central Bank of Iraq. You cannot adjust value without price discovery, and you cannot have price discovery without visibility. Now, that visibility is operational. This isn't about hype or speculation anymore. Global access to IQD via institutional trading platforms confirms back-end compliance, digital readiness, and alignment with international financial law. For years, Iraq worked behind the scenes to hit these targets. Now that they're met, it's only a matter of timing before rate stabilization or value adjustment follows. Early whispers point to internal testing of higher values, undisclosed, but telling. So yes, the fuse is lit. The revaluation phase hasn't been declared, but its foundation has officially gone live. And that's where serious focus begins. One major clue confirming this transition is the rapid response across exchange centers. From Baghdad to Dubai, from London to New York, rate boards are being updated to include the IQD in real time. That is not cosmetic, it's systemic. Exchange centers are syncing with global trading feeds, which means real-time liquidity is flowing through new channels. Staff are being briefed, systems are recalibrated, and new protocols are being stress tested for IQD processing. These updates suggest this isn't a drill. Some boards are even showing temporary test rates, a major sign that soft trading environments are being calibrated before wider release. This confirms that Iraq's financial systems, both domestic and international, are not only ready, but integrated. Compliance with KYC and AML standards has passed, which was previously a major blocker. The move to live trading has required every participating institution to update legal frameworks. Behind closed doors, we're also hearing of rate tier tests. Quiet, unofficial, but undeniable. This is real. This is the setup before the shift. This unfolding currency activation isn't limited to Iraq. As of this month, over 17 global currencies are now reported to be entering similar phases of forex visibility. The scope of this transformation is expanding rapidly. Countries in Africa, Asia, and the Middle East are upgrading systems, syncing platforms, and testing liquidity access. In some corners, the term global currency reset is no longer whispered, it's being analyzed. This isn't a random coincidence. Financial experts believe this movement is coordinated. Why now? Because many of these nations have resolved long-standing hurdles: digital infrastructure, transparency, and external debt. Iraq may be the face of this wave, but it's not alone. It's part of a chain reaction. This suggests we may be witnessing a structural overhaul of how secondary currencies are positioned globally. For IQD holders, it means your asset is no longer isolated. It's part of a broader financial tide, one that could pull suppressed currencies into the light of real value recognition. And we're watching it unfold in real time. Iraq's currency surge is powered by more than platform listings, it's backed by deep structural reform. Over the past 24 months, Iraq has rebuilt its banking sector. It removed corrupt intermediaries, aligned its protocols with international auditing standards, and installed a modern regulatory framework. None of this was publicized with fanfare, but all of it was necessary. At the same time, Iraq's oil exports delivered consistent revenue, boosting foreign exchange reserves and stabilizing the national budget. Those hard currency inflows have reinforced the central bank's credibility. Iraq now enjoys a balance of liquidity and policy consistency that makes the IQD a stable, emerging market currency. Forex doesn't respond to speculation. It responds to performance. Iraq is showing exactly that: stability, revenue, governance. This is why IQD is now on major platforms. The reforms were the silent engine behind the Forex breakthrough. Today's visibility is built on 2 years of foundational work. Iraq is now viewed as a rising economic power, not a financial risk. With IQD now trading live, many are wondering, should I exchange immediately? It's a natural question, but the wisest approach is strategic patience. We're currently in a transitional window. Trading is active, yes, but the official revaluation notice has not yet been released by Iraq's central bank. That announcement will set the true rate baseline. Until then, exchanges are in flux. Some centers may offer appealing temporary rates, but these are unconfirmed, unstable, and subject to change. Acting too quickly could mean missing a larger move upward. Recent unverified chatter hints at internal rate testing up to 11.1 USD per IQD boot. Until confirmed, these are markers, not mandates. The key takeaway? Stay alert, but don't rush. Watch trading platforms. Track liquidity patterns. Wait for central bank clarity. Those who wait just a little longer may capture significantly better outcomes. Caution now could mean reward later. And that's a trade-off worth making when legacy wealth is in play. Now that IQD has entered full Forex circulation, holders are no longer in a speculative limbo. This is a live, dynamic market. Preparation has moved from passive to essential. It's time to upgrade your awareness. Start by activating real-time news alerts. Use apps like Bloomberg, Reuters, and investing.com. Set custom notifications for keywords like Iraqi Dinar Forex, IQD rate update, and CBI announcement. Track platforms that follow global monetary policy. Add IQD to your personal currency watch lists. Monitor bid-ask spreads and hourly volatility. This lets you see what institutions see. Also, get expert help, but not from generalists. Consult financial pros with experience in FX, taxation, and international assets. They'll help you interpret moves, time trades, and navigate legal frameworks. Finally, stay plugged in. Online forums and regional Telegram groups often spot local activity before mainstream news. From exchange center shifts to quiet rate board tweaks, early signs can provide major advantages. Knowledge now equals leverage. In recent weeks, we've seen powerful signals in contract activity. Major global firms are entering long-term agreements that price future deliverables in IQD. These aren't marketing plays. These are multi-million-dollar commitments from infrastructure giants, energy developers, and logistics networks. What do they all have in common? A belief that IQD will rise in value over time. These firms aren't guessing. They operate with data that goes beyond public headlines. From macroeconomic forecasts to internal government briefs, their analysts are seeing signs of appreciation. That confidence is now baked into long-term contracts with escalation clauses pegged to IQD performance. This is critical. No global firm commits to future IQD payments unless they're certain of its strength. This is not speculation net strategy. These contracts serve as institutional votes of confidence. If major developers are betting on IQD's rise, that's a signal retail holders should not ignore. It means smart capital sees the same shift and it's positioning accordingly. Now, let's tie this all together. IQD is trading live on global forex markets. Exchange centers are live updating boards and processing real-time trades. Iraq's economic system has been fully upgraded, reforms completed, reserves strengthened, oil flowing. Major international firms are locking in long-term contracts based on IQD appreciation. And over a dozen other currencies are following similar activation paths. This isn't theory anymore, it's structural transformation. We've moved from speculation to system-wide visibility. Every signal from rate board updates to back-end liquidity test points in the same direction. The global monetary architecture is shifting. IQD is no longer an anomaly, it's a functioning part of the new model. It sits beside the euro, the yen, and the dollar in active open markets. And that makes this moment not just rare, but historic. What's unfolding now is not a drill. It's a fully operational currency emergence. The roadmap has changed. And for holders, everything has just become very real. Here's the bottom line. IQD holders are at a defining crossroads. Live trading is active, systems are humming, and institutional confidence is building. But the final step, the official CBI rate release, has not yet arrived. This moment calls for precise action, not emotional reaction. Check rates consistently. Compare across platforms. Watch for coordinated patterns and confirmation from authoritative sources. Don't act on the first spike. Act on verified movement. If you hold IQD, you now possess an asset that sits inside an active global trading matrix. But like any major transition, timing is everything. Moving too fast could mean cashing out at the wrong moment. Waiting just a little longer could deliver multifold gains. So remain vigilant. Stay connected. Track changes. Read between the lines. And, above all, be prepared. Because what happens in these next few weeks may define financial outcomes for years to come. Opportunity is here. How you handle it is what makes the difference.